tonight. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Trey and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. And one of the guys tasked with slowing down this passing attack will be this man on the perimeter.
And he was definitely a ball hawk last week. He had 2 interceptions in that game. That's going above and beyond for a defender. But it shows just how good he's been in shutting down the other guy's passing game.
And they'll begin by running the option. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Lance to throw on second down here. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Rams getting ready to go on defense. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
They'll start out here with the option left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Rams have got it back. So that play, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
And the Rams defense back onto the field. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Ready. 33, yellow.
Lance now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing our score after 1. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Lance on the option right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. On play action, Lance. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And Lance again going to keep it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Rams getting ready to go on defense. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. Lance now on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw here pulled in by Hilton. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 35.
Lance looks to throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Rams defense back onto the field. They'll be looking to be the aggressors here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Let's go, Jack. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check.
Ready, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. Deshaun Watson, a touchdown pass in the victory. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
The Rams getting ready to go on defense. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
On the set.
Check back, check back. Check, 45 the mark. Check.
Cut.
On 1st down, Lance. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll go option to the short side. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down.
32,
Now Lance gets this one to use check. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
45.
Here's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Rams defense back onto the field. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead as this next drive begins, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Flat, 95.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Rams getting ready to go on defense. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the 4th.
Ready. 10 black.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, check 5.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, complete to Hilton. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Play action, now it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Los Angeles, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.